is a great pleasure and a privilege for me to be with you at the 2012 edition of the Partnership Summit held here in Hyderabad, a city which stands out as a city of innovation and a fitting location for the event. On behalf of the government of Sri Lanka, I would first like to convey my sincere thanks to Honorable Anand Sharma, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Textiles, for inviting me to this wonderful occasion. I am also grateful to him for giving me an opportunity to address this inaugural session. It is truly a pleasure to be with you all this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the topic of innovative partnership, I would be failing in my duty if I do not touch upon the long established partnership between Sri Lanka and its closest neighbor, India. The Indo-Sri Lanka relations, which date back to many centuries, span across a number of areas such as religion, arts and culture, education, trade, politics and defense. In other words, our time-tested relations continue to be multifaceted. The constantly increasing business to business and people to people contacts have begun to inject further impetus and dynamism to the ongoing strong relations between our two nations. Ladies and gentlemen, Indo-Sri Lanka trade relations, which started well before the colonial era and remained rather modest at the early stages, began to witness a gradual growth when Sri Lanka commenced market-oriented reforms in late 1970s. In fact, Sri Lanka was the first country in South Asia to move towards a market-based economy. The volume of our bilateral trade got further accelerated when India started introducing economic reforms in 1990s. Trade relations between our two nations marked a historical milestone with the signing of Indo-Sri Lanka Free Trade Agreement or the ISFTA in 1998. Being the first FTA for India and Sri Lanka, the ISFTA also carries substantial sentimental value for us. I strongly believe that the ISFTA is the most significant and innovative Indo-Sri Lanka partnership we have realized to date on the commercial front. I am sure it also played the role of the DNA in our subsequent economic integration with other countries. Following the ISFTA, which became operational in year 2000, trade between our countries has increased in an unprecedented manner. The value of two-way trade had grown from about 650 million US dollars in 2000 to well over $3 billion by 2010. I am sure that it will reach $4 billion US dollar very soon. Indian FDI started moving into Sri Lanka in 1982 when Ashok Leyland decided to set up a bus assembling plant in collaboration with the government of Sri Lanka. However, substantial Indian investment began flowing in from only mid-1990s. They included investment in construction materials such as steel, cement, paint, industries and roofing sheets. The third wave of Indian investment followed the Indo-Lanka FTA and the developments in the air traffic and relaxation of visas for Indian nationals. The cumulative Indian investment in Sri Lanka, which stood around mere 24 million US dollars in 2000, has increased to a staggering $600 million by 2011.